I don't remember exactly how long it is. Or how long, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm a little rusty. I don't remember how long it's been. I know exactly how long it is. I don't remember how long it's been since I bought this thing. I think it's been about 10 years now. A lot has changed in my firearm collection and stuff. Here's a good example. I don't believe I had that shield the last time I made videos. I'm not going to talk about that though. This is the High Point. I think we all know what they are. If you're watching this video and you don't know who I am and you don't know who Miller is, Armed Defender channel, whatever his exact nomenclature is, he's the guy to ask about High Points. I think he's the best. His opinion is the most valid, at least. He's very unbiased. I don't even think he has a favorite firearm manufacturer, actually. But he knows the ins and outs of High Points and how to make them work. Little tweaks, because they have magazine trouble and all that. So, anyway, I think we all know what these things are. It's a little windy outside, by the way. Storm's coming. Another Ford I bought. Farm truck. Anyway, let's see. This thing, since I bought it, has just been a fail machine, which I'm sure isn't surprising anybody. I took it shooting a couple weeks ago, and I had typical failures, and I took it apart, completely field stripped it, took it apart, cleaned it for the first time since I've had it. So some of you might be saying, well, maybe that's why you had so many troubles. No, because I kept the action clean. I cleaned the chamber. I, ran a bore snake through it every now and then. It should have performed better than it did. All sorts of stuff. Failure feeds, double feeds, stovepipes, misfires. A couple of those. And I use the same kind of ammo in my other guns, and they don't misfire, so I'm blaming it on this gun. I put a snap cap in there, and even this dual extractors, it wouldn't grab the snap cap. It just stripped the goddamn side of it. I've never had that issue with a handgun. Same snap caps, they all grab it and spit them out when you rack the slide. One thing interesting about this gun, if you are considering using a High Point to protect yourself, first off, I highly advise against that. I don't care what your budget is, your life is worth more than a couple $100. I took this thing out shooting several years back when it was either sub-zero or right above zero. And this thing was a joke. It was about every third round it would fail to feed. Just the action of it was just getting murdered by the cold. I understand that when things get cold, Mercury in retrograde, a lot of shit goes wrong, but I've never seen a weapon struggle with cold like this. So there's that. I don't know, it's starting to sprinkle. I might get rained out of here. But I'm going to shoot this thing since I've completely field stripped it and cleaned it. See if it helps at all. I know one thing is, I have 3 magazines for this, and I took the magazines apart and cleaned them as well. And one of them had a broken spring, and the spring was broken and then pushed down into itself. So I know that was the cause of a lot of failures. I'm actually surprised it worked still. Just all of those magazines are real grainy anyway when you're loading them, but that one was a little worse, and that explains why. So, kudos to it. Even with a broken spring inside, it still worked. I'm positive that that's not the cause of all my failure feeds. I'm pretty sure I've had failure feeds in back-to-back magazines, because I usually load all 3 up when I shoot and go through them. I don't know. I just figured I'd let you guys know. I put this thing through a test. I used it as a ranch gun. Outside of it's usually always dirty. It rides around in a goddamn pickup or a side-by-side. It gets beat to shit. That true glow optic is actually holding up pretty well. Some dumb fuck put something on top of the scope, so it scratched their lens pretty bad when it was just sitting in the shop. It's whatever. The magnification on it's crap. It's supposed to be a ×2, I think, and I think it's actually like it seems like when you're looking through it, things actually get further away. But in terms of the reticle, even when I leave this son of a bitch turned on for I don't know how long, it'll still, it gets pretty good battery life, and it holds its 0 pretty well. But this thing, yeah, like I said, it's been 8, 9, 10 years, however long I've had it. Unimpressed. You got a few $100s, you want a beater gun, ranch gun, it works. Whoever designed this thing, the engineer, after disassembling it, oh my. I'm pretty sure they didn't move on to bigger things like SpaceX or something like that. They were probably designing Legos. Actually, that might even be a little bit above their pay grade. Very odd design. I don't own any other high points. I figured I could at least get use out of this as a ranch gun. They're pistols I will never buy unless me and Alan, my old associate, we're still very much in love. We have an idea that we might purchase one and make a video. Maybe. We'll see. But that would be, I won't give away any details, that would be the extent of it. I would never carry one of these for personal protection. I would never defend my home. If this is all I had to defend my home, I would do everything in my power to upgrade. Because like I said, this thing has just been a fail machine from right out of the box. So I'm going to do a little shoot before it starts raining. I'm down a computer. All I've got's my phone. I'm not sure really how to edit videos on a phone. I'm sure you can, but I'm not that savvy. So I will put in the description how this turns out. I'm going to be running Hornady, as I like to say, Critical Defense, $1.65, and then in that cooler there with a couple of my beers, I've got a box of, what do you call that? Remington UMC, 180 grain full metal jacket. So I'm going to run a little bit through both. I was going to run some rounds through that shield, but I don't think I feel like cleaning 2 guns today. I'll probably just run a bore snake through this when I'm done. It's definitely not getting a full cleaning again. But yeah, I'll let you know. So, there's an update all these years later of, I was going to call it the hand cannon, but I actually think hand banana would fit better. Thank you.